So if you don't know my story, I was an athlete growing up and I actually played university level ice hockey. But I made so many mistakes nutritionally on my way to my top performance. And it makes me wonder, like, how much better could I have been if I had been better at nutrition? So I want to share with you some of my biggest mistakes looking back so that you don't make these key mistakes in the 4 key moments around sport. So one of the things is actually not nutrition, but it's just a word of warning. It's that when I was in high school and trying to get recruited to university level, I was swept up by this idea that if I just trained harder and got up and ran in the morning and had practice at night, that I would get better. Well, sometimes training harder and more can just cause injuries. So I just don't want you to make the same mistake as me. And definitely it's not about volume, it's about sport specificness. And so you should be training smart, not necessarily harder. So just a word of warning, don't get injured. Because I did and it was not fun. So the next one is about fat and eating fat. So if you don't know what your fat sources are, there are things like nuts and seeds and nut butters like peanut butter, and then you have oil, which you'll find in a lot of sauces, and cream, and then there's fat inside of meats and cheese. So a lot of the things that have protein also have fat because they come from animals. We are animals, we carry body fat, well so do the animals that you eat. So you can imagine a lot of your fat intake comes from animals as well. So what I made the mistake on again in high school a lot and a little bit into university is thinking that fat kind of puts fat on your body. And for sure you can eat too much of anything, that's a given, but you do want those healthy fats coming in to reduce things like inflammation, which can cause pain after training sessions. So you want to have healthy fats, you want to have these healthy fats to build up your immune system. So you do want to be having things regularly like avocados and nuts and seeds and healthy oils. So again, don't make that same mistake. Now, when it comes to those 4 key moments around sport, this is where you can pay attention to fats. It's make sure you're not having a lot of those fats, nuts, oils, seeds in those 2 to 3 hours before you play or you train. So that is something to be careful of. You want them, but you want them at the right time. And then the biggest share that I have is don't make the mistake of thinking that you're eating a salad and you're eating performance foods. I'm going to share with you exactly when to eat a salad and how to dress it up in another video, but it's definitely not the right time to have a big salad like 2 hours or 1 hour before you go play your sport or do your sport. So don't make that mistake. It's a lot of fiber. It sits in your digestive system. It actually absorbs water, slightly dehydrating you. So what I would say is it's one of the most magical, awesome things to eat in general, but right before sport, not so much. So again, that key moment that you would have a salad is not an hour before you go play. So hopefully you take my words of wisdom to heart and you don't make the same mistakes as me, and I will see you in the next videos to take this to the next level.